Hi guys, welcome back, and in today's video, I'm going to be building a house in Bloxburg, but every room is a different style or aesthetic. So I built this wheel right here, and the styles on it are rustic, modern, cottagecore, gothic, retro, coquette, minimalist, industrial, and blush. And pretty much before I start building each room, I'm going to spin this wheel, and it will determine what style the build will be in. So let's spin and see what we get. I feel like I really want it to be something more cozy, maybe like coquette or cottagecore. Oh my god. Yes, that's great. Okay, that's actually really good. I wanted that one. Okay, so now that we have the style, we can officially get started. And I think for this room, I'm gonna take some inspiration from some of my older builds. I remember I made kind of like a fairy house once, and it turned out so cute. I just loved it so much. So I think that's kind of the vibe that I want to go for. But before we get started, I just want to put some pictures on the screen of what cottagecore looks like so you can kind of envision it. So I was just looking at a picture on Pinterest, and it had like these really pretty glass doors right on this wall. And I'm thinking maybe we should do that, but before we get ahead of ourselves, I think we should pick out some furniture. So when I think cottagecore, I usually think like flowers and books and stuff, but I feel like none of this furniture is really giving that vibe other than maybe like this log stuff. So I think we're just gonna go with this. And I was thinking maybe we could make like a built-in window seat. That might be too ambitious. Maybe we could use like custom curtains. I do have some in my inventory, I think. So we'll probably use those. Okay, yes, I'm loving how these built-ins are looking, but I think we should pick a pattern for this. I'm thinking I want to do something with kind of greens because I don't know, that color is just so woodsy. So maybe we'll do something like this, but I feel like the screen is just a little too much. So I think we're just gonna have to find our own. I also think we should add a lot of candles. I think that'll look super cute on this bookshelf. So I just put in the curtains, and I think they're looking super cute here, but we really need to change these candles because they are making this look really bad. Okay guys, so I just finished this area, and I think it looks so adorable. I literally love it. And I think we are gonna go through with the idea I had earlier and make the custom doors. Just look how that really adds to the room. I am going to stretch this part out a little bit so I can put two handles on the door so it looks like they're actually functional. Okay, so now that we have done that, I think we should just focus on the rest of the room right now. I think I want to move this couch back a little bit and then maybe make a flower rug. I feel like that would look so cute. I think we're going to do it with these cylinders. I think I've done this once, but I don't think I actually posted the video that I did this in. And I think we should raise the middle up a little bit. Okay, I think this is pretty good. So let's just lower it into the floor a little bit so it doesn't peek out as much. Okay, yes, I literally love this. I think it's super cute, but maybe we should add a texture to it so it doesn't look so flat. I don't know if I want to add a TV. I don't really feel like it goes with the theme. We will add a fireplace. Okay guys, so I just added a table and a few more plants, and this is what it's looking like. I think it looks super cute. I think the only thing that is really missing is a light at this point, and maybe some wall trims along the sides as well. But I think the inside section of this is all done. I really like how it turned out. But now I think I just want to add some maybe gardening out here with lots of plants and stuff. This is definitely giving spring on the exterior, so I'm glad we can kind of continue that with the living room. Okay guys, so I think we are done with the living room, and I really like how this little outdoor kind of patio turned out. I think it really adds to the living room. But now I think we're gonna move on to the dining room. So let's spin the wheel. But before we spin the wheel, I think we should take off cottagecore so we don't get it again. And let's see what we get. I feel like any of these styles would be fine. And we got retro. I'm not sure what floor I should go for because whenever I think retro, I think of those like black and white tiles. It doesn't look awful, but retro, I feel like whenever I think retro, I think of like wallpaper. So maybe we'll go for like these stripes. Old houses usually have a lot of paneling too. So maybe we'll just continue that in here. Now we need to pick a dining table. Maybe we'll just do this one. Yeah, I think this will work. And now we need kind of a retro, old looking chair. And this is definitely looking really old, but I feel like it might be a little too fancy. So maybe we'll go for these chairs. They match the table, so it kind of makes sense. I feel like this floor is just really throwing it off. So maybe we'll just change it to wood instead. And I think we need a really old chandelier in here to really tie it all together. This is like really good, but it's so big that I can't use it. So let's use this one. I feel like any of these for the lighting is fine, but I feel like they're usually like more like yellow lights on like an old chandelier. So I think we should do something like this. And yeah, this room is like super boring, but it's fine. Part of me is like really hating this yellow. I feel like it might look better if I change it to sand red so it kind of matches everything else. I think we're gonna go with this. But I feel like we can't use the curtains that I used in this room because those just look like too modern to me. I feel like we need like really like heavy drapes like this or something. Okay, so this is what it's looking like. I feel like it's really like missing something. I was gonna use a carpet, but I feel like none of them are really like vintage enough. So I think I'm gonna get one off Pinterest and just upload it with a decal. But before I do that, I feel like we need to take care of this wall. It just looks so like boring and I'm not sure what we could really do. But I think we could use maybe like some paintings. I don't know if this is like too vintage that it would look like weird. So I just got the rug and I think this room is finished. It's pretty simple, but I think it definitely looks pretty retro and kind of vintage. I really don't like how these two rooms flow together, but it had to be done. So now I think we're gonna move on to the kitchen right here. Okay, so I just spun the wheel again. And let's see what we get. Industrial. Okay, so when I put this on the wheel, I thought more of like the industrial furniture, but I don't think there's really any industrial cabinets. So I'm not sure what we're gonna do with this, but we'll try. Okay, so I'm not gonna lie guys, I had to look up some inspiration on Pinterest for this. And what I'm kind of getting is I have to use a lot of black and kind of like old like bricks. And I think we definitely should change these windows because they are really not giving industrial at all. I think I found a picture that I really like and will kind of go with the size of the room. So I'll put that on screen right now. But yeah, I think the room is a little small, but we'll make do. But I also noticed that a lot of the floors are like concrete. So I guess we're just gonna copy that. So I think we should just start with the walls. And a lot of them are literally just bricks, just like this. So I think I'm just gonna copy that. But I feel like this looks like a dungeon now. So maybe we'll get like, at least on this wall, some like tiles or something to break it up. Okay, I think these subway tiles look pretty good for this. And now we need to pick some cabinets. I feel like the closest ones to the ones I'm looking at in the picture are these modern cabinets. So I think we're just gonna go with this and then color this part black. I'm not sure if there's like a what's it called, like a texture that will make it like super black, because this is like not dark enough. This cozy fabric is really making it super dark, so I think we'll just go with this. And in the picture it kind of goes up this wall like that, and then right here is the oven and kind of the stove. And I think maybe this one will go well with it. I feel like none of the fridges are super industrial other than this, and that's like the wrong kind of industrial. So I think we're just gonna go with this. I don't know if there are like any kind of industrial looking like items to decorate with, so we might have to get a little creative with it. And in the picture there is like an island, so I think we should definitely recreate that. Okay, but the island does not have like marble, it has more of like wood. I think we're just gonna go for these industrial pendants and put them right here. In the picture they put the sink over here, but they have like a window on this side. I think I actually want to put it in here. I think I'm gonna stray away from the picture now and just kind of do what I think will look good and fit the theme. I think we'll do these metal stools. Maybe we could use like some exposed like shelving, maybe like this, and then use like some chains on the sides to kind of connect them. I think we should use some cabinets, but I don't think it should be like all around. Okay, so I think we have the basic idea down, but it definitely needs some light because it's kind of looking kind of dreary. Okay, so I think I'm just gonna put some like items down to decorate it from the kitchen category, and then I will be right back. Okay guys, so I just finished this room. I really love how this turned out actually. I thought this was gonna be a lot harder than it actually was. Obviously, like, this is a little questionable, the texture, but I feel like it's so dark in this room that you can't really tell. And yeah, let's just move on to maybe this like long hallway. Okay, so let's spin the wheel for the hallway. We only have, it looks like 6 styles left. And we got Coquette. I'm not sure how I'm actually gonna do this. Obviously we need to use a lot of pink in this, and I think we can just kind of copy the floor from this room. I feel like it'll also go really well with this style. I'm not really sure what to do because there aren't that many items that I can put down, but I feel like this really gives kind of that vibe, so I think we'll use maybe this. And then also we could put a bookshelf like right across from here. I feel like that would look super good. Also noticed this when I was on Pinterest. A lot of them have like these kind of picture walls with like a ton of really like tiny frames. Okay, so I think that looks pretty good. I'm not sure where I'm gonna get all of these decals. Okay, so for the walls, I think we're just gonna go with pink because that is like super like typical in Coquette things, that there's like a lot of pink and like bows and stuff. If you were like on that side of like TikTok, you'll definitely know like what I'm talking about with the bows. Oh my god guys, I literally forgot that there's a room behind here and we need to put a door. Okay, so I think the best way to describe this style is pretty much cottagecore, but just pink. So that's kind of, I'm probably just gonna copy a lot of items from over here and then just kind of like make them all pink instead. This hallway is literally like the hardest thing that I've done so far in this house. Like, I don't know what to put in here because Coquette, it's like blush, but it has like a brand to it in a way. So now that we're done with that, we can move on to the bedroom. Okay, so let's see what we get. I feel like all of them would be fine except for like gothic. Oh my god. Okay. I guess I shouldn't have said that. Okay, well, this is definitely different. I have never done a gothic house. We could use like some cool like wallpaper on one wall. I feel like that might look cool. Okay, so now we need a bed, and I feel like the gothic style is like super cool because everything just looks so grand. Okay, so I think that looks decent. Oh my god, but we have to put a door here. Oh my god, no. Okay, so I've been trying to think of ways I can make this look more grand, and I feel like I should definitely add a big, like, fireplace. Maybe, like, this one. I feel like this just... I know it's, like, an antique, but I feel like it just, like, captures the vibe of, like, gothic, like, architecture. And then even with the lights, I feel like they should be, like, really muted. Okay, so this is what I have done so far. I feel like it's just like it's too dark at this point. I was trying to keep it super dark, but it's just like too dark now. So I think I'm gonna add some candles. And then I also was thinking about adding maybe this lamp with like a little reading area right here, because this lamp does not give off like any light, I guess. Okay guys, so I think I'm done this room. It's definitely not the best, but I feel like it's the best I can do with the items that are in Bloxburg right now. And yeah, so I think we're gonna move on to the last room, which is of course the bathroom. Now at this point we only have 4 styles left, and that is rustic, modern, minimalist, and blush. And I feel like all of those will be fine for a bathroom. So let's just see what we get, and it looks like we got rustic. So that's kind of like a farmhouse vibe, and I'm not sure which one really gives like a farmhouse vibe. Probably this sink, but I feel like I shouldn't leave it alone. Maybe we should add a like cube on the side or something with like some wood, because I feel like this is just a little weird. But if it looks like it's more like built in, like a built-in cabinet or something, I feel like that'll look really good. Okay, so this is what it's looking like with like kind of the built-in look. And I did leave this little part open to put like soap and stuff on it, because you can't really put anything on this outline. Okay, so I just added some like wall trims and everything, and I think this is looking pretty good. Now we just need to pick out a shower and a toilet. The toilet doesn't really matter, honestly, because none of them look like rustic. But the shower, I'm not really sure, because a lot of them just look super modern. But I think I'm gonna go with this like bath, like shower combo thing, because I feel like it looks the oldest out of all of them. Yeah, I think that is pretty much it. Let's just add a mirror, and then I think we'll be done. Okay guys, so the house is finally done, and I am kind of scared. It definitely didn't turn out as bad as I thought it was going to, but it definitely could have been better. So right when you come in, of course, we have our coquette theme. It honestly looks more blush than coquette, but it's okay. But yeah. And then we go into our living room, which was cottagecore. And I really love how this room turned out. I think this is my favorite, especially this wall with the kind of like day bed, like seating thing. I just love how that turned out. And then we have this little non-functional door, obviously. But yeah, I really love this room. And I think these two flow together super, super well. But then we go into the dining room, which is just completely different. But you know what, I think it does look pretty retro and kind of old, so I think we did it pretty well. But yeah, and then of course we come across the hall to our industrial kitchen. I thought this room was going to be a lot more difficult than it actually was, but yeah, I actually really enjoy doing this style, so yeah. And then this is like where it all went downhill. With this gothic room. Oh my god. It is really, really dark in here. But I think if we just like don't look at this fireplace with the really like ugly fire, it looks decent, I guess. And yeah, let's just go to the final room, which is the bathroom. Super boring. But yeah, that's it. And I hope you enjoyed the video, and thank you so much for watching. And if you would like to support me, make sure to like the video and subscribe. Bye!